The following is a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. The legend lives here.
Clark underneath, scoop shot up, it's good, the basket will count. How did she do that?
Kind of good to get back in my groove a little bit.
Rebound Dowling, Ellie Muller, pass to Tritton, to Zedeker, back to Katie Muller for three, up good.
This is Maroon Nation.
Pull up jumper, good. Dowling takes the lead.
They're battle tested. One of the things that makes Dowling special is everything we do is hard all day. These guys are always challenged.
His shot at the horn, no good, and Dowling has won it. Dowling has won it.
Dowling Catholic High School basketball is on the air. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Fast Signs, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, Iowa Wealth Management, and Bosun the Florist. Welcome to the Maroon Pregame Show. Here's Mark Amadeo.
And a very pleasant good evening, and welcome to the Urbandale High School Gym. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadeo as we get set for Central Iowa Metro League basketball doubleheader. It's Dowling taking on Urbandale in Game 5 of our 6-game road trip across the CIML. 6 games in a row by the time we get done on Tuesday night at the Valley Fieldhouse. And Mike Burkert, here we are at Urbandale. We got the best seats in the house, the euchre seats, up here high atop the second level. And I think we can jump and touch the ceiling. That's how close we are.
Yeah, I think so. Plus the fact that there is nobody up here with us at all. We are.
That can be good and that can be bad.
We are in the sky suites.
Well, it's the best they have, and I'll tell you what, I love it. Athletic director that was here many years ago, Bill Watson, stuck us up here because Brad Bjorken said I belonged up here, and it's kind of stuck through as they pass the torch from one athletic director and administration to another, and I wear that well. The only thing I can't see is the main scoreboard that has the points and fouls. We have the second scoreboard that'll put up the total team fouls and that and they'll have that working, but nonetheless it's workable, and we get the best seat in the house. Good seats for coaches. Coaches love being up at this high and seeing the court.
You can see everything that goes on and things that normal people can't see from their normal, down lower. Plus the coaches, it's tough sometimes when you're at floor level to see some of the things that go on. Yeah, it's at least it's warm.
Yes, it is. Like outdoors, 23 degrees right now, cloudy skies. For all you folks that are down south, whether it be Florida, Arizona, Texas, wherever you're wintering at, it feels like temperature is 6 degrees here in central Iowa, and we haven't had the snow squall yet, but I'm sure we will. But we have west-northwest winds at 25 miles per hour, gusting to 40 going on right now. So it's very chilly. If once that snow squall passes, it'll just be cold and windy.
And that is not fake news.
Well, thanks for vouching for me, Mike. I appreciate that. Well, it's Dowling and Urbandale as we start the second time through the rotation in the CIML for the most part, as we have Dowling and Urbandale. These two teams kicked off our coverage on Iowa Catholic Radio a month ago back in early December, and they're playing each other again. Dowling winning the first meeting at the Dowling Gym 85-30 over the Urbandale girls. The Maroons bring in a 31-game winning streak over the Urbandale Jayhawks, and I heard that, and I had to go and look and say, well, when was the last time Urbandale defeated Dowling? And I put my research team on it, and looked around, and February 12th, 2010 was the last time that Urbandale defeated Dowling. Not quite sure where it was at because we had it said at Dowling both times they played that year. But nonetheless, 43-40, the Jayhawks defeated Dowling. That was just about a month shy of 16 years ago. And I'm looking to my right, and I know one of the coaches that might have been on the bench with Coach Wilkeson, and that is you, my partner, my friend, Mike Burkert.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have been one closest to the scorer table there.
That's right, you would.
And now that you keep mentioning this, I do kind of remember that night a little bit. I remember that when I looked, you gave me the box score. I remember Brittany Egger lighting it up that night. She had 15 points, and that was, yes, they did win that game.
It brings back some memories. We'll mention some Dowling kids that are on that team that were a big part of it.
That would have been, let's see, Lizzie Stashen was there, Haley Faber, Casey Brown, Annie Sarcone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the leading scorer of that game was Tessa Larson. Was back. Betsy DeVinny played on that team. Lisa's little sister Sarah. So Maddie Bosworth was a sophomore. She started. Yeah, it was. I think, if truth be known, I think we split that year.
You did.
Okay, there you go.
You did. Dowling played won the first game. You played him. The first time you played him was right after January.
Okay.
And Dowling won that game by 6 or 8 points. I didn't remember that, but I just remember looking at the score. This would have been the second game, probably a couple of weeks before postseason started, and Urbandale defeated Dowling. And it doesn't say where, because it said both games were at Dowling, and that's got to be wrong, because Urbandale didn't have to do that. There was nothing wrong. I remember that.
Yeah,
and that was our first year that we lived in Urbandale. We moved to Urbandale in 2010, so they didn't have any, like a heating problem or something going on. So I'm not sure where it was played at. I'm guessing it was right here.
I think it was here, as a matter of fact. I think I remember that was when we played them. I think the gym was pretty full.
Oh, absolutely.
For the girls' game back in the day. Those were.
It was a Friday night. I did look at the date. I said, okay, I see the date, and I got to go look it up in the calendar. So you moved the calendar back 15, 16 years and found the date. It was on a Friday night. So you're right. It was a packed house. But anyway, we move forward. That's the last time the Urbandale Jayhawk Gals has defeated Dowling. And tonight, it's a rematch. The Maroons coming off a loss to Waukee Northwest Tuesday night. So Dowling brings the record of 11-2 into the contest after suffering the loss to the Waukee Northwest Wolves. Urbandale, their record is 2-10, and they're coming off a loss to Waukee the same night in the same town as Dowling lost. They lost to Waukee by 2, 49-47 at the Waukee gym. So both teams coming in, second time through the rotation. And both teams trying to get back on their feet as they progress. And you got to look right there. I kind of highlighted the conference standings with Johnson leading now by 2 games in the conference over Waukee and Northwest and Dowling Catholic, both in second place with 6-2 records. Johnson 9-0 going into tonight, Mike. Yeah,
it's kind of a log jam after Johnson. Like you said, Waukee Northwest 6-2, we're 6-2, Valley 6-3, Ankeny's 5-4. Kind of what we talked about. The top 5 teams in the state are the top 5 teams in the CIML.
That's right, and they're all, they're all ranked, and a lot of those teams are ranked. You go Johnston, Waukee Northwest, Dowling Valley, Ankeny. Ankeny Centennial comes in at number 14 this week, so 6 of the 9 teams are ranked. Waukee, Urbandale, and Southeast Polk are not ranked, so that's a pretty tough league. And oh, by the way, you play each other twice.
Yeah. Well, and Urbandale's playing better. I think we had talked the other day that they had a long winless streak in the CIML that they broke against, I think, Southeast Polk.
62-game losing streak dating back to the last conference win was back in 2020. 6 years ago, almost to the week.
And they played Waukee really well, 2-point game. So, they're seeing some positive movement upward for them in their program. So Dowling's got to make sure they're prepared to rebound from that loss that they had against Waukee Northwest and play their game tonight.
That's right. The Jayhawks come in with a record of 2-10. Dowling's record 11-2. Maroons ranked 3rd in Class 5A after dropping one spot after the loss to Waukee Northwest, who takes their spot at number 2. And, of course, Johnson undefeated going into tonight. Let's take a look at the games going on tonight. Johnson and their 64-game winning streak. Johnson at Southeast Polk tonight. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders. Waukee Northwest at Ankeny Centennial. And that'll in the girls' game be number 2 versus number 14. And 5th-ranked Ankeny at 4th-ranked Valley tonight in a girl-boy contest. The girls in the top 2 teams in the top 5. So that's the lay of the land in the CIML. Waukee has the night off in girls and boys action. The Iowa Alliance Conference, Ottumwa's at Mason City, Ames at Des Moines Lincoln, Roosevelt at Marshalltown, Waterloo East at Des Moines East, Fort Dodge at Hoover, and Des Moines North has the bye. And all those games get underway at 6:15 except the Ottumwa-Mason City game, which starts at 5 o'clock in Mason City. And finally, in the Little Hawkeye Conference, Pella at Dallas Center Grimes, and that's number 14 Pella girls at number 4 Dallas Center Grimes girls to tip that off at 6 o'clock. Oskaloosa at Norwalk, and Indianola at Pella Christian, with Newton having the bye. So that's a look at some of the area teams and their schedules tonight. And, of course, here they have Dowling and Urbandale from the they call it the South Gym. I'd like to rename that gym. I got a couple suggestions. How about the Brad Bjorkgren Gym or the Clay Filking Court? I tried to run that by some folks, and nobody signed the petition. So Clay Filking, the Urbandale boys coach, formerly at Dowling, and Brad Bjorkgren, the longtime coach here. Sorry, guys, couldn't get enough signatures to get a petition going to get the name changed in this gym.
Got to talk to the right people, I think.
Talk to the wrong people, as I always do. I always talk to the wrong people. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision Clinic, Iowa Wealth Management. Our thanks to Construction Professionals, Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Fast Signs in Clive. And our thanks to Athletic Director Jared Power and his staff, Connor LeGrone right in front of us, helping out with getting their live stream going here, and Carter Millam. They do a great job here at Urbandale. We're going to take a break alongside Mike Burkert, Mark Hamadale. We'll come back with starting lineups and some keys to the game from my partner, Mike Burkert. Our thanks to Matt Wilcomb doing double duty. He was on the Iowa Catholic Radio Morning Show this morning with Bo Bonner, and now he's running the studio work tonight, and he's in charge of the bumper music. Can't wait to see what he has selected between takes tonight, if you call it that.
We'll see if he took our recommendations or not.
He's also the creative mind of those openings that you laugh at with the deep voice guy. He's also Matt has done a lot with that, and
it's tough having to sit here next to the legend.
Well, you did it for years, Mike, but you were just down with the Hansons on the bench, and I was just right beside you maybe sometimes on the scorer's table.
That's true. Valley is Valley still on?
Valley's like that. We'll be there Tuesday night.
Oh, wow.
So nothing changes. All right, we'll take a break, come back, 1 minute break. It's Dowling and Urbandale, girl-boy doubleheader. The girls game coming up. We'll have starting lineups when we return on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com, 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
I'm Father Thomas Loya, and this week on Light of the East on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, in a baton race where one runner has to pass the baton to the next runner, both runners must be running at the same time until the baton is passed between them. In many Eastern Catholic churches, we are running a liturgical baton race. Light of the East, Sunday mornings at 10:30 on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Gym. They call it the South Gym. I say the Brad Bjorkgren Gym and Clay Filking Court, but it's not official, and couldn't find anybody to sign off on that and bring it to the administration. Mike, I'm still working.
I think if you really wanted to, you can call it whatever you want to.
Yeah, that'll go well.
We'll take a magic marker down there and put it on the court.
Let's do that between games. Let's do that. All right, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups and some of the game features. Dowling and Urbandale, girl-boy doubleheader. Again, Dowling on a 31-game winning streak against the Urbandale Jayhawks in this girls contest. Last win by Urbandale was back on February 12, 2010, just under 16 years ago. So Dowling's a visitor. The Maroons come in with a record of 11-2, coming off a 43-40 loss to Waukee Northwest on Tuesday night, as Maroons' rank have dropped Actually, rankings came out on Wednesday, and the Maroons dropped to number 3. They come in averaging just under 60 points on offense and average 41.5 points on defense. The head coach is Kristen Meyer in her 10th year at Dowling, 178 wins, 60 losses. And she's been coaching 16 years, won a state title up at Nevada in 2015 and was runner-up in 2016. She's assisted by Joel Danner and Audrey Francis, formerly known as Faber. I got to get that discrepancy in so people know. And Tom Donahue, Jonathan Vanderall, along with Lisa Morrissey Smith, Logan Griner running out the coaching staff. And the Maroons will start this lineup at one guard, Katie Moeller, 6'2 junior. Leading scorer on the team, averaging 18 points and 6 rebounds. She'll wear number 11 and one of the captains of this Dowling team. The other guard is her younger sister, Nikki Moeller, a 5'11 freshman, averaging 6 points and 3.5 rebounds. She'll wear number 21. The third guard is Maddie Rice, 5'8 senior, averaging 6 points and 2.5 rebounds. We talked to Maddie on the halftime of the boys' game last week with Coach Meyer. Great interview with Maddie Rice, and she'll wear number 25, another captain. And the fourth guard is Adrian Sears, a 5'10 freshman, averaging 7.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. Sears will wear number 31. And at center and captain, Ellie Moeller, 6'3 senior, averaging 15 points, 11.5 rebounds, headed to Missouri next year to play college basketball. Ellie Moeller will wear number 23. So the 3 Moeller sisters, Katie, Nikki, and Ellie, along with Maddie Rice and Adrian Sears, the starting 5 for Dowling. Again, coming in with a record of 11-2. Now for the home team of the scoreboard, and that'll be the Urbandale Jayhawks. And head coach Joey Aguirre in his third year, 11 wins, 46 losses. He's assisted by Andre Owen, Ty Sharon, Nate Stevens, and Lucas Tennis. Jayhawks come in with a record of 2-10, averaging 41.5 points on offense, giving up 59.5 points on defense. And they will start at one guard, Riley Pruitt, a 5'7 senior, averaging 1.5 points. She'll wear number 3. The other guard is Elise Pins, a 5'7 junior, averaging 6 points. She'll wear number 13 and a captain. The other captain, Ella Schott, 5'11 senior, averaging 6 points, wearing number 14. And at one forward, Avia Water, a captain, 5'10 senior, averaging 12.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, leads the team. And the other forward, Aubrey Schumann, a 5'9 senior, averaging 2.5 points, wearing number 33. So it'll be Pruitt, Pins, Schott, along with Wadier and Schumann, the starting 5 for Urbandale. We'll take a break, but first we'll come back with the tip-off. But first, a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, and our pregame prayer with Father Reed Flood alongside Mike Burkert. I'm Mark Amadale, and we'll tip it off after we come back on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Reed Flood. Let us pray together for the coaches, players, and trainers for this athletic competition this evening. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask that you bless all those involved in this athletic competition this evening. We ask that you keep them safe and that they show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Sebastian, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Programming supported in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951 with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, online at skeffingtons.com. Thank you, Skeffington's Formal Wear, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
And welcome back to the Urbandale Gym as we get set for girls and boys basketball tonight along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadale. National anthem being played here at the South Gym, as they call it. Officials now at the scorer's table getting everything all set. The team's about ready to come out. And Mike, what are the keys to the contest? Dowling and Urbandale, the second time around in the CIML conference for both these schools. It begins tonight with round 2.
I think, Mark, as you mentioned earlier, the first game was 85-30 Dowling, so they need to forget that game 1. Game's 0-0. You've got to come out and you've got to stay focused on what you need to do. You need to believe that this is a team that can play and be ready to go. You got to play team defense. You got to stay focused. I think the last game, if I remember correctly, Urbandale generally ran 20 to 25 seconds off the shot clock every time they had the ball. They were very patient on offense, so Dowling needs to make sure they play defense for the entire possession. They need to rebound the ball defensively. Just let Urbandale have one shot and get out in their transition game. They need to be patient on offense. They need to go inside, outside. They have a height advantage, and they need to shoot the ball and get the good shots off of the inside-out game.
All right, Dowling wins a tip, and they get it over in a corner. Corner three, up and good by Nikki Muller. First 3 points tonight, and that was set up by what you kind of talked about. A little dribble drive by Adrian Sears, got all the way down to the baseline, kicked it out to Muller. Corner three from the left wing, and it's 3-0 Dowling. And we're underway here. Dowling and Urbandale, Friday night CIML basketball. As we're high atop the bleachers here at Urbandale in the upper section. On the visitor side, we'll have hopefully some friendly folks around. A long three up and no good by Ava Waddle for the Jayhawks, rebounded by Dowling. Now here's Sears in the lane, a little shot with the left hand. Actually switched from a right to left, shoots and scores. And Adrian Sears doing the dribble penetration early out of the point position.
Yeah, that was a nice drive. That time they came over to help out. First time they helped out on her, and she made a pass to the corner of the wide open person. This last time nobody moved around, and she got a nice easy layup.
Now Ella Schott gets in the lane. Her shot is blocked by Sears. Dowling in transition. A three-pointer no good by Adrian Sears from the left wing. Rebound out to Urbandale. The Jayhawks have it. 5-0 Dowling runs with the lead, and both teams playing man-to-man. With the basketball is Elise Pins underneath. Goes up a shot. It's off balance. No good. Rebounded by Dowling. Didn't get a good look there. And runs in front court. Here's Ellie Muller. Gets it over to her sister Nikki. Now out to Katie Muller. Back to Nikki on the left wing. Ellie has it. Left block. And hits it over to Maddie Rice. Right wing three. It's up and no good. And rebounded by the Jayhawks. Nice job by Aubrey Schumann. Pitcher on the softball team. Boxed out there and got the rebound. Now, Jayhawks with the basketball, and now the pass over in the corner by Ella Schott, and a little too much on it and threw it away.
Yeah, Dowling's got the inside if they want to take it, but right now they've taken 3 out of 4 shots have been from the outside, and if they just move the ball, they're going to have a wide open inside.
All right, Dowling with the ball underneath. Katie Muller on the left block. Puts up a shot. It's no good. Drew the foul, and it'll be our first foul of the ball game, and free throws coming. Foul will be on number 13 for Urbandale, and that's Elise Pins, her first, team's first, and free throws coming for Katie Muller, who is a 71% free throw shooter on the season. She'll get both here. First one up and good. Dowling leading 6-0. Tonight's game in the Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Construction Professionals, Ashworth Vision Clinic, Iowa Wealth Management, and Bozen the Florist. Second free throw good. As the Maroons lead it 7-0 or 6-0 over Urbandale.
Yeah, it's like we talked about that time. They drove to the basket. Nobody, they helped out on the wings, and she took it all the way in and got fouled. So they just attacked the basket. I think they're going to be okay.
Katie Muller goes 1 for 2 at the line. Urbandale with the basketball. They're working on the block, left side. Now they swing it over to Pins with it. Now a long three up and no good by Pins. But offensive rebound, Urbandale. They keep the drive, or keep the possession alive. Nice job by Ava Waddle. And now we've got a shot clock violation on the Jayhawks as the initial shot missed everything, and the shot clock obviously didn't reset. So we'll do it. I mentioned our officials tonight. I'd say a pretty good crew, pretty fair crew. Well, that Alon's guy, he coaches football at Waukee Northwest. Other than that, there's a pretty good crew. Jason Alon's, along with TJ Augustine and Tyler Hovick. Corner three by Dowling, no good. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. Shot with the rebound, now in the front court. 5 minutes to play. Dowling leads 6-0 here in the first quarter. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadale. Jimmy Cataldo will come in for the boys contest. Now here's a shot blocked by Sears. She gets the rebound all the way down to Katie Muller. Layup good with the left hand. Katie Muller with her third point of the night. The Maroons lead at 8-0.
Yeah, they got the active steal or a block shot, and they transitioned it down and got the nice easy layup.
Jayhawks with it in the front court against Dowling's man-to-man. This is shot with it, leaves it underneath. That layup is good. Got a pass over to Schumann, who was wide open there, Mike.
Yeah, I think Adrian Sears got picked off there and fell to the floor, and that left her wide open.
Sears underneath, and her shot might have been partially blocked by the Jayhawks, and that was Waddle with the block. Ball got slapped around, now in the hands of Urbandale, and they'll dribble it across the timeline. With it is Riley Pruitt. She gets the shot. Urbandale right to left, north to south if you're used to the Urbandale gym, as we are up in the bleachers right behind the scorer's table, as we were against Waukee Northwest on Tuesday night. Now they work it underneath the Schumann. Her shot blocked out of bounds by Ellie Muller. But the first block shot of the game? Might have been.
Second. Sears had one in the last possession.
That's right. Substitutions for Dowling. Ellie Muller will check out. So will her sister Nikki. Don't mind the flu going through the Dowling team, especially on Tuesday, and things are getting a little bit healthier and a little bit stronger as Maroons go to their bench. Tessa Carmichael in. Carmichael, a 5'7" sophomore, and another shot clock violation against Urbandale. Dowling defense doing very well and forced the turnover.
I think they need to be reminded on a missed shot that doesn't hit the rim that the clock does not reset.
Olivia Meredith into Dowling lineup, 5'9" junior. As the Muller sisters went out, that'd be Nikki and Ellie. You mentioned Tess Carmichael in there, and now Dowling with the ball. Maddie Rice has it, gets to Carmichael on baseline, dribbles baseline, cut off, gets it out to Katie Muller. Dowling 8, Urbandale 2 here on Iowa Catholic Radio tonight. And now the ball tipped in the backcourt by Pins of Urbandale. Dowling retrieves it, 15 on the shot clock for the Maroons. Dribble handoff goes to Katie Muller, coming off a ball screen by Meredith. Down the lane, layup off the glass, too strong, and a rebound Urbandale. Maroons had a good look at it. And the Jayhawks now in the front court. Here is Pruitt with it as they set up their offense. They work the left side. Now they get it underneath to Schumann. And her shot off the glass, good. Aubrey Schumann from the left block shoots and scores. She's got all 4 of Urbandale's points. Our score is 8-4, Dowling by 4 with 2.5 left to go first quarter.
Yeah, with Ellie out, there's really no post presence in there, and they took her right inside.
Now a long 3 by Katie Muller, no good. Rebound Schumann. Aubrey with the rebound. Outlet pass goes to Riley Pruitt. Or check that, Elise Pins dribbling it up. Pruitt on the other side as the other guard. Now Schumann underneath, guarded by Meredith, can't get off the shot. They'll kick it back out to shot. Ella shot with it, dribbles baseline against Olivia Meredith. And now the ball nearly poked out of bounds, but staved by the Jayhawks. And now a pass inside, stolen away by Katie Muller. That pass intended for Schumann. Muller inside has the ball tipped away into the hands of Carmichael. Now here's Maddie Rice with it. Dribbles in the lane, shot with the left hand, left it short. Rebound Urbandale and Ava Waddle. So lids on the basket here the last couple of minutes, and Dowling with a 4-point lead in the final minute and a half here, Mike.
Yeah, Dowling had some shooting issues against Waukee Northwest, and I know talking to Coach Danner, he had hoped that maybe that they could get their confidence and shoot better, but so far as the first about 6.5 minutes, that they've still kind of struggled from the field.
Ball tipped out of bounds off of Urbandale, so turnover against the Jayhawks. It'll be Dowling basketball as Nikki Muller returns to the lineup. Now Katie tries to get it to her sister and throws it away. Stolen away by Urbandale. It's stolen back by Dowling. Pruitt on the steal, and Tess Carmichael with the steal to Nikki Muller. As the Maroons now in their offensive end, they go left to right in front of us. We're in their road, and we've seen this a lot, road maroon uniforms with gray trim and corner 3. Good by Nikki Muller. That's Nikki's second 3 of the quarter. She has 6 points, 11-4 Dowling. So we haven't seen Dowling in their home uniforms in a while. We know that. This is game 5 of a 6-game road trip for us.
Hopefully they'll find them.
Hopefully they'll be available and all that. We got one more game like that Tuesday night. Dowling will be at Valley. We'll have it on Iowa Catholic Radio, 6 o'clock from the Valley Fieldhouse. Here's Schumann underneath. Her shot blocked by Ellie Muller. Out of bounds off of Schumann. It'll be Dowling basketball with 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Dowling 11, Urbandale 4. As Adrian Sears comes back into the Dowling lineup, replacing Katie Muller.
Shot clock's off. 32 seconds left. I was looking Dowling's 4 out of 12 this quarter.
Both teams got back to the starting lines. Now Sears all the way down. Nobody picked her up. Layup good. Adrian Sears with her 4th point. Nikki Moeller with 6 points. 3 points for Katie Moeller. Ellie has not scored, and Maddie Rice has not scored, the other 2 Dowling starters. And now Urbandale with the ball. They get it inside the pins, and her try a little scoop shot. It's no good. Outlet pass poked away by Ella Schott. Nice job by Ella. Very athletic young lady, out for track, and also the starting shortstop in softball. And they're looking for that outlet pass. There's always somebody kind of laying in the wings, looking to steal an outlet pass. And right now, it was Ella Schott. Dowling has it. Now here's Ellie Muller for 3 at the horn. It's no good, and come to the end of the first quarter of play here at the Urbandale Gym. Our score, Dowling 13, Urbandale 4. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadale. Matt Wilkham, our studio producer tonight. Can't wait to hear what he's going to play with some of the melodies he's got on hand, and we'll return with the second quarter in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for programming provided by Iowa Wealth Management, a fee-only investment advisory firm helping clients grow and protect their wealth, offering personalized investment strategies as well as financial and estate planning. Learn more at iowawealth.com, committed to creating peace and purpose in your finances.
It's the Catholic Morning Show with Bo Bonner, Matt Wilkham, Aidan Pugh, and Alexia Baker.
Coming up Monday, Pete Burak from Renewal Ministries talks about how to be a man on purpose. Jason Shanks highlights the colonial route of the 2026 National Eucharistic Pilgrimage. Plus, we'll catch up on all the news, weather, sports, and saint info to send you into the week.
If you miss a morning, you miss a lot. The Catholic Morning Show, weekdays at 7, only on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, helping you encounter Jesus.
Don't miss the pre-Lenten mission, Hearing God's Voice, February 1st through the 3rd at St. Patrick's in Clear Lake. Jonna Schuster of Catholic Revival Ministries will help you discover his language and yours, along with how to keep the conversation going. Details at stpatrickcommunity.com.
Right back here at the Urbandale Gym. Second quarter of play. It's Dowling Catholic leading Urbandale 13-4 in the Central Iowa Metro League girls contest. We'll have the boys game to follow. Mike Burkert adding up the first quarter totals. All I know is Dowling went 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Urbandale yet to go to the free throw line. And that's all I got to report other than the score. And Mike, we get a minute here. We'll go through the first quarter stats. And now the entry pass by Waddle stolen away by Dowling. Now they work underneath, and Ellie Muller shot no good, gets her own rebound, put back up and in. Ellie Muller with her first basket of the contest, comes in averaging 15 points, 11.5 rebounds, and the Maroons lead it by 11, their largest lead of the night, 15-4.
Yeah, for the first quarter, Mark, Dowling was 5 of 14, 36%. They were 3 of 7 from the 2-point range, 2 of 7 from the 3-point range. I had him also 1 of 2 from the foul line. They only had 1 turnover in the first quarter, which was good. Urbandale was 2 out of 10 for 20% in the first quarter, 2 of 8 from the 2-point, 0 for 2 from 3-point, and they had 6 turnovers.
Jayhawks with it and draw the foul as the shot clock was winding down, and whistling a foul on Dowling on the shot. I think they're going to get Ellie Muller for the foul, if I'm not mistaken. They are, so that'll be her first foul.
Yeah, she kind of bailed out the Urbandale girl there.
Yes, they did. I would agree to that. I'll take that up with Jason Allens and his crew probably this summer at some watering hole that we'll meet at, I'm sure. First free throw up and good by the Jayhawks. I think that's pins down there. Some of these ladies have the long hair that's over the number, or because we're up here in the euchre seats.
That's right. I had to explain that to my wife today, and I told her that, and she goes, "What?
Yeah.
What? Who is he?"
Probably, yeah. Who was he? And that was pins, so she makes them both. And it's 15-6. Dowling's lead over Urbandale with 6:40 to go. Dowling with the ball. And we've got 3 seconds in the lane. Ellie Muller didn't get completely out of the lane. And nice call that time by TJ Augustine, one of our 3 officials. And it'll be Urbandale basketball. Jayhawks will have them. They dribble across the timeline. And They work the left side. Pins quarterback's team, gets it to Macy Moore, who's in there, 5'10" freshman, averaging 4.5 points, 1.5 rebound. Here's Moore with it, top of the key. Dowling stays man-to-man. We haven't seen any zone tonight. 15-6 is our score. Now a long three by Waddle from the top of the key, no good. Ellie Muller with the rebound. And the other way we go. Pass down court to Maddie Rice. Maddie gets back to Ellie Muller, right block. She's double teamed, now turns in the lane. Shot off, up and good. Ellie Muller with a double team on her. Scores her 4th point of the night on back-to-back possessions.
The ball was knocked away from her initially, and it helped her because she had to move off that spot. So that was good.
All right, here's Pins with it as Urbandale on the offensive end. 17-6, Dowling by 11. Pins down the lane, guarded by Nikki Muller. Shot off the glass too strong. Rebound, Ellie Muller. And it's in the front court, and Ellie dribbles across the timeline, gets it to her sister Katie. And she comes off a ball screen by Ellie. A long three by Katie, up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Urbandale has it as Riley Pruitt comes away with it. Over to Waddle. Waddle dribbles right side. Gets Ellie Muller in the air. Her shot up, no good. Rebound, Nikki Muller. Dowling with the ball left to right with 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Sears dribbles baseline. Corner to work it around the horn. To the third Muller sister, Nikki for three, no good, but her sister Ellie gets the rebound. Now a long three by Maddie Rice is good from the left corner. Maddie with her 15th made three of the year and her first three of the night. 20-6, Dowling by 14. Here in the second quarter with 4.5 minutes to play.
Yeah, Dowling started this quarter on a 7-2 run to open up that 14-point lead.
After leading 13-4 at the end of the first quarter. And now underneath, Ella Schott tries to post up Ellie Muller, and her shot was altered. She got the shot off the glass, but it was altered. Rebound Dowling. Now Ellie Muller for three, top of the key, in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound. Nikki saves it to her sister Katie. Katie's double teamed. They get it back out. Corner three by Maddie Rice is no good. And offensive rebound, weak side to Adrian Sears. Over to Katie Muller for three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound Urbandale and Pins. Quite a flurry there. Maroons got a lot of shots and offensive rebounds, but nothing to show for it. And a timeout, Urbandale. So we'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here with 3:52 to go here in the second quarter. Our score, Dowling Catholic 20, Urbandale 6 here on this girls contest. And tonight's game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, brought to you in part by Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Fast Signs in Clive. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadale. Matt Wilkham, our studio producer. What do you say, Coach? I got to remind Coach Einertson to come up here. I don't think I touched base with him today. So you go ahead and speak your mind as you normally do.
Okay. I think what we talked about is get the ball inside. They have a height advantage. They have a quickness advantage inside. The second quarter, they're 2 out of 3 when they get the ball inside. They're 1 out of 6 shooting threes. They stretched out the lead a little bit. It's been more on defense than on offense. But I think if they just work it, do the inside out, and maybe go back in, they're going to get some nice, easy shots.
All right, we got a jump ball called as Urbandale called timeout, ran a play, and possession will favor Dowling.
It's a nice defensive play by Maddie Rice there. The girl tried to drive, and she got her hands right in there so she can get the shot up, and they called a jump ball. So it's good defensive play by her.
All right, Dowling with the ball, leading 20-6. Maroons get the ball on their offensive end. Here's Katie Muller, left wing, three-point line extended as Urbandale stays man-to-man. Now Katie, little spin move, pull-up jumper just inside the free throw line. Her shot is no good, and a rebound, Aubrey Schumann. Schumann, a 5'9" senior, averaging just under 3 rebounds a game, and she's got all that in I think the first quarter, or first half rather, as the Maroons lead 20-6 with 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, and now we got a foul called on Maddie Rice. That'll be her first. Team foul number 2 on Dowling, none on Urbandale, so foul-less for the most part in the first half between the two teams.
Yeah, actually it was pretty good defense by Maddie Rice. She was really up in there, just got caught. Her knee caught her as she went by her there.
Urbandale has Natalie Hagan, 5'6" freshman in the contest, wearing number 1. They get it to shot. Now skip pass over to Hagen. Hagen dribbles baseline, reverse layup. Slips out of her hands, but right into her teammate's hands, and that was Ella's shot. And 15 on the shot clock for Urbandale. They've already had 2 shot clock violations to my count. Here's Pins underneath, tries to lob it, and it's tipped out of bounds off Katie Muller with 8 on the shot clock. Am I right? There've been 2 shot clock violations?
There's been 2.
Maroons are going for 3 here. It'll be out of bounds Urbandale. They'll run a box set, and they flash a couple to the basket, and now they inbound the ball to Pruitt, rather to Hagen. Hagen's pass inside, stolen away by Olivia Meredith. Meredith 2-on-1 fast break, and layup no good. She split the defenders. Macy Moore comes away for Urbandale with the rebound. Nice job by Meredith. She went in, and it was a 1-on-2 fast break. She split the defenders, but couldn't get the shot to fall. Jayhawks underneath, layup with the left hand, no good by Pins. Rebound Dowling. Now the pass to Meredith goes off her hands, and Dowling saves it, but right into the hands of Hagen. So we go the other way, and a shot in the lane, no good. They'll wipe it off, traveling on the Jayhawks. And it'll be Dowling possession with 2:10 to go in the first half. Hey, cell phone's working here. You sent a text, and Coach got it. I'm impressed.
I think it was more you thought about it, and the telepathic powers that you have, he heard.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I don't remember if I invite him. It's always an open invitation. The coaching staff knows that, because you never know what you'll find out. Find out more things, not about the team, but I find more things about the personal nature. I'll put him on. Heck, he did games with me at Granby. He knows how to talk on the radio
like
when we're talking.
How the Bucks are doing, or what?
What's that?
Like how the Wisconsin sports teams are
No,
doing?
we don't want to know about the Bucks and Wisconsin. Nice win by Wisconsin, by the way, over Michigan. Free throw good with Sears, who's at the free throw line. We're not going to get into that. Could talk about the Packers. How they playing? They playing tomorrow? What time is it? So you become a Bears fan?
Nope.
Coach Heinerson? That's our third guy on the mic. You know, he just second free throw good by Sears. Sears family have any? I know his dad's an outstanding photographer and anchor on the sports for TV 13. Any boys coming through in the Sears family?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. That would be nice.
Mike,
it's nice to see a
are you
freshman
sure,
play
Mike?
this
No?
well, you know.
I don't think
what I can't understand is how Jim Nahas has all these nieces on one team. We can't get one boy over here. Are you kidding me?
Well, his boys, there's a long 3 by Urbandale. It's no good from the top of the key. It'll be Dowling basketball with 1:37 to go in the half, 22-6. Dowling girls with the lead. We're talking to boys coach Justin Anderson. This is the pre-interview before the actual interview at halftime.
Better this way.
So Coach Nahas.
He's testing us right now to see if we're worthy of him at halftime.
When Jimmy and I and Coach Labonte were the sophomore coaches, he had his twins and I had my daughter. They're now seniors. That's the last group going through. Now, Olivia is the oldest, but she's been long gone. And a corner 3 up and good by the Maroons, and that is Molly Austin with 3. Is that right?
That is right.
Oh, my. Molly Austin. Is Nancy here? I didn't see, because the Dowling parents, we got banners in front of us. We can't see.
Oh, yeah. I saw her and her husband when I came in.
Grandma's here, and she saw that. 25-6, Dowling with the lead. Largest lead for Maroons by 19. Urbandale with the ball underneath, and a shot up and good by Ava Wadier. That is her first basket. But, yeah, he had twin boys, and then he had George, who was football and baseball. And so, no, the answer is no more. The cupboard's dry.
We missed the boat.
You'll have to work on some other families,
now
Coach
we just got to
Anderson.
deal with Jim all the time.
Well,
that's okay.
Hey, you're the one that let him sit on the bench. And besides him, you got O'Hara on the bench. I was like,
they all have roles, man. Jim is the post whisperer, and he's very good at it.
That I can believe, but he never, with his size, and he's got a spot at the Valley Fieldhouse. We'll go there Tuesday night that put us in the state tournament. Aubrey Faber has one at Urbandale, right inside the right block, that won it in overtime over Southeast Polk, and Jimmy's got one at the Valley Fieldhouse as we knocked off a very fine Valley team that year to go to state. So, yeah, there's.
You're talking about when he ran into the separator between the doors and had to get stitches and leave the game? That was 2 years ago.
Who was that?
Jim Nahas.
Well, he's not as mentally tough as he was in high school. That's all I can tell you.
You think
he was
he
really
fought
mentally
through that?
tough. Jimmy was really mentally tough in high school, and he's gotten soft, I think, in my opinion. There's a shot at the horn, good by Urbandale. They're going to count it by Wadier?
I think so.
And they should. 25-10 is our halftime score. Dowling girls with the lead. Nice crew. Jason Alons, TJ Augustine, and Tyler Hovick. Good crew down there, as long as you don't talk bad about them during the game. They'll work hard.
Yeah, all right. They'll do well.
All right, we're going to take a break at halftime. Dowling leading 25-10 over Urbandale in the girls' game. The other voice you heard besides myself and Mike Burkert, Justin Einertson, the Dowling boys coach. We'll talk basketball when we return, I promise. We'll talk about the matchup tonight with Urbandale, second time around, as we go to halftime here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for programming is provided by construction professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
The Catholic Tuition Organization, your sponsor today, supports worthy students wanting a Catholic education. Gifts to CTO are first monies applied to tuition expenses in the Diocese of Des Moines. That means other sources of support will go further. Donations to CTO earn a 75% Iowa tax credit. If you give $1,000, you receive a tax credit of $750. Pledge or donate online at ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Get your team together and come to St. John the Apostle in Norwalk for Trivia Night, Saturday, January 24th. Doors open at 6. Game begins at 6:30. Tables are $140 for up to 8 players. To register, call the parish office at 515-981-4855.
Hi, this is Trent Horn from Catholic Answers. Have you ever told someone you're pro-life and they sarcastically asked, "How many children have you adopted?" Here's how I often respond. Let's say I haven't adopted children. Let's go further and say, I don't even like children. How does my bad attitude show it should be legal to dismember human beings in the womb? With this approach, the focus comes off you and I and goes back to the one question that matters most. What are the unborn? Just as slavery wasn't moral when few whites employed blacks, abortion is not moral even if few people adopt children endangered by abortion. However, most couples wait years to adopt newborns. The problem is not too few caring adults, it's too few children being given a chance to live. This has been Trent Horn with the Catholic Answers Pro-Life Minute. For my free booklet that will make you better at defending human life, visit whyweareprolife.com.
Back here at the Urbandale Gym, Urbandale High School tonight, as the road trip continues on Iowa Catholic Radio. Game 5 of this CIML road trip. Game 6 will be on the road at Valley on Tuesday night, but tonight we're here at the Urbandale Gym alongside Mike Burkert, Mark Amadale. Coach Anderson, welcome back. We'll actually talk about basketball other than the stuff we were talking about in the last 2 minutes of the girls' game, which Dowling girls lead at halftime, 25-10. Welcome, and best of luck tonight. It's bounce back time, coming off a loss to Waukee Northwest. And what do you expect out of the Maroons over the last few days of practice and preparing for Urbandale? Second time around for everybody starting tonight.
Yeah, one thing that was kind of nice is there wasn't a lot of difference. I thought we were focused on improving what we needed to improve. There were some missed opportunities in that Northwest game, and obviously it got away from us there late in the third quarter. But there's a lot to build on, and I think I've said that just about every game this year. Whether we did really well on both ends or not, I feel like there's always something to build on. So really happy with the last 2 days of prep and ready to get after it tonight.
Well, let's talk about Urbandale. We saw them, it was the opening night for the boys back in early December, when Dowling and Urbandale played at the Dowling Gym. The girls, it was probably game 3 or 4 for both teams. So that was your opening night. Urbandale off to a nice record. Coach Field King has them 6-3. They're ranked 9th. They got a big win at Ames, and this is a team that can play. They're down a couple players tonight, and there's 2 players come off their bench that Coach Field King really counts on. So talk about that matchup and the game tonight. The kids all know each other. That's one thing. We know that. Yeah,
they're a 3-headed monster, and then you can probably stick their point guard Sturdivant and then Caden Burns in there as well as really capable starters. I think they have a very, very strong offensive starting lineup. Not just compared to other CIML teams, really anywhere in the state, they can score with anybody. So it's a heck of a challenge. We go from Northwest, who's explosive, to Urbandale, who's explosive. But our guys all do know each other. Let's see, Teeter, Harderson, and Pargin all played on the same AAU team with 4 of our guys. So, and they've been pretty successful in summers, and they really want to beat each other. So as a coach, it kind of adds in a different challenge because you got to focus on game plans and what's in front of you and what we need to do, and not just, showing up your buddy. Kind of reminds me of coaching in the city where everybody was best friends.
That's
so
right.
That was a challenge every night.
Yep, the East, North, Lincoln, Roosevelt, and Hoover. Oh, yeah, they all knew each other, probably played together a lot.
Worked out with each other. Yep.
Absolutely. Well, no question. Well, in the meantime, talk about the Dowling squad. Coming off, how were the guys coming to practice? They lost to the team that they had circled on their calendar, a kind of momentum thing, but they can't. They got to flush that after 24 hours and move on because there's a lot more games left. Talk about that mental approach in Wednesday's practice following the Walkie Northwest
I
loss.
could feel it in the locker room after. We were ready to turn the page, learn from what we missed out on, and get better going forward. I mean, we're kind of looking at this as a potential 3-game series with Northwest, so a lot of times that first game doesn't go the way you want it to, and you get an opportunity to get them back. And on the flip side, Urbandale has a chance to do that to us tonight. So renewed focus, 0-0 when they throw it up, you got to play like it's 0-0. But the focus has been good. We've tweaked a couple of things on both ends, and we're really excited to get out here tonight. One of the things that we talked about yesterday in practice was the nice thing about being in a conference this good is that you have so many nights that feel like playoff atmospheres or playoff competition, and we really want to get to state. These are the type of games you need to be very comfortable playing in. So, I think they're a legit top 10 team. I'll take all the credit in the world for telling everyone that before the season when everybody thought I was crazy, but this team's legit, and, they throw that zone in there, which is a really unique wrinkle we don't see a ton. So we have to be pretty sharp.
Mike Burkert?
I think Mark was stealing some of my questions. He missed a look at my list.
He would.
Before. Yeah, I know. But kind of what I was going to ask you was, nobody likes to lose a game. But what do you think your team learned from that you can use going forward?
Well, offensive execution was a really big reason for that struggle in the second quarter. We just kind of got away from what was working in the first quarter. Just got pretty loose. And I think when you play teams that talented, that can happen. Like, they're playing loose. So then you come down and you're a little bit looser. You're not in the right spots. We're a team that really likes to take advantage of angles of screen set, penetration. I hope that's easy to see, but sometimes it's not as the ball's live. We just weren't very sharp in the second quarter. Fourth quarter, we actually saw some growth. So, it's tough to lose games, but we also think we lost to probably the best team in the state at their place on a Tuesday. So, you just kind of take what you can out of it that's positive and learn from all the mistakes and get better every day. We're a month away from our second matchup with them, so that's a lot of time for us to improve.
Okay. That game didn't go as you planned. As a coach, would your approach have changed between Tuesday and Friday if you had won that game?
I don't think so. Maybe we would have gone a little bit lighter on Wednesday after a win, just to try to save legs when we can. That's a January problem, I think, for every coach. But I don't think it would have been much different. We knew what this game was going to look like. Whether we're 10-1 or 11-0, this is going to be a very tough task. So, I just don't think you can spend much time dwelling. You just got to get back after it, or it's going to turn into a multi-game issue.
Okay, thank you.
We're visiting with head coach Justin Einertson, Dowling boys basketball coach. Before their game tonight, it'll be game 2 of a doubleheader, Dowling and Urbandale, second time through. Now, I've got a petition out to rename the court and gym, either Brad Bjorken Gym and Clay Thielking Court. Haven't got anybody in my Urbandale neighborhood to sign it, and I just wondered if you can give me some leads, Coach Einertson, because Coach Burkert would sign it because he's an Urbandale guy. Like I am.
Brad Bjorken needs to have his name on a gym floor. That's one of the best coaches I've ever been around. I love seeing him helping out Grandview and Coach Schaefer over there. That's really fun for me and my wife to have him around. So, I'd love to see him get that notoriety deserved. He did a great job here for a long time.
I think, Mark, what you need to do when you make that request to the city of Urbandale,
to be the school,
or the school, you need to have a check in hand.
Coach Einertson, I know the Booster Club raised some money over the summer to go up to Wisconsin Dells. Is there a possibility?
Yep, no extra for that.
Wouldn't want to take away from that.
Brad's got such a small ego. He probably wouldn't even want it.
He would be embarrassed that I even said that. But I know people listen, and that'll get over to him.
It'll get to him.
Yeah, it will. But, Coach, best of luck tonight. Nice shoes. I like those shoes.
Appreciate that.
The maroon, the black, the white.
Pretty snazzy.
Isn't that neat? Yeah, these guys come.
Football guys make fun of basketball guys for our nice shoes, and it's deserved.
That's right. That's right. Well, listen, best of luck to you, and thanks for coming up. You see where we're at. We're in the euchre seats, we call it.
Amen.
Hats off to your man.
Obstructed view, baby.
Yeah,
$1
that's
back
right.
in my day.
That's right. All right. Thanks, Coach. We'll take a 1-minute break and come back. Dowling girls leading at halftime, 25-10 over Urbandale. Back in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio is supported by our listeners and business underwriters as we connect listeners to Christ while bridging the gap between the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both. If you own a business that you'd like to use to help further this mission, email Deacon Mark at iowacatholicradio.com, and we encourage you to thank the many businesses who choose to underwrite programming on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Your presence is vital as we participate in the church and the marketplace, seeking God in both. KIHS, Perry, KDVM, Mason City, KCSL, Spencer.
The radio home for your Dowling Catholic Maroons. 105.5 KIHS, Perry, Des Moines. IowaCatholicRadio.com and the Iowa Catholic Radio mobile app. Encounter Jesus.
Here at the Urbandale Gym. Both teams in action here as we start the second half. Dowling leading 25-10. That was our halftime score, and that is our current score with 6:52 remaining here in the third quarter. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadale. Game one of our girl-boy doubleheader, Dowling and Urbandale. We'll have the boys' game following this as Dowling with the ball. This is their second possession for the Maroons. And a corner three, no good by Maddie Rice, tipped out of bounds off Dowling. So the Maroons have yet to put a basket in. This will be Urbandale's second possession. And, Mike, I know you got first half stats. We won't wait till the 3-minute mark like we did at Waukee Northwest on Tuesday. We'll let you sprinkle them in this possession.
Okay. Well, pardon the pun, but the shooting is as cold as it is outside right now.
Yeah, I believe that.
Dowling was 9 for 28 in the first half for 32%. And Urbandale was 4 out of 20 for 20% overall.
That matches the weather. I agree with you there.
Dowling had 4 turnovers, Urbandale 10 in the first half.
Corner three, no good by Nikki Muller, and they feed it underneath to Katie Muller. Layup is good. First basket of the second half by Katie Muller, who has 5 points. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, no, Dowling was 5 of 14 from the 2-point range, 4 of 14 from the 3-point range, and Urbandale was 4 of 15 from the 2-point and 0 of 5 from 3.
And both teams with their starters that they started the contest with, they start the second half with. Riley Pruitt, Elise Pins, Ella Schott, Ava Wattier, and Aubrey Schumann. The 5 on the floor for Urbandale. And they try to get it inside to Schumann. It's stolen away by Katie Muller of Dowling. Wins in front court. Here's Maddie Rice with it. And swinging around. Katie Muller between the circles for 3. It's no good. Ball slapped around and retrieved by Pruitt and Urbandale, and we've got a timeout called by the Jayhawks with 5:16 to go. Third quarter, Dowling 27, Urbandale 10. Maroons are led in scoring in the first half by Nikki Muller and Adrian Sears with 6 points each. Katie Muller had 3 points at halftime. She now has 5 points with that made basket a little while ago. Molly Austin off the bench with 3 points. Ellie Muller with 4 points at halftime. And Maddie Rice with 3 points. Dowling 3 of 4 at the free throw line. For Urbandale, their leading scorers were Ava Wattier and Aubrey Schumann with 4 points each at halftime. Elise Pins with 2 points. Jayhawks 1 for 1 at the free throw line unofficially. And Mike, any other to add? Anything else to add? I don't know if you got through all your stats, but
I did. But third quarter started off the same. Dowling's 1 out of 5, and Urbandale's 0 for 3 with a turnover.
We mentioned the current conditions outside the gym for our folks that are down south in Florida and Texas and Arizona. That we get the stream that we understand that they log onto the stream. 23 degrees, temperatures falling, winds 25 to 40 miles per hour. And we got a winter weather advisory until 9 o'clock tonight with a potential snow squall coming once in a while. Saw a little bit of it, but it's been mostly outside Des Moines right now, but not enough to cancel games or postpone games. Some schools got out early this afternoon. Now a turnover as Urbandale had the ball and they lost it. So here's Dowling with the ball. Sears, they swing it over underneath to Muller. Layup off the glass, good. Katie Muller gets the assist. Ellie Muller, the shot off the glass, good. And she has 6 points.
And that was a good ball movement. They went from side to side, went to the corner. Ellie got good post-up position, and I got a nice pass from her sister.
29-10, Dowling with the lead. Keep in mind the running clock begins when you're up 35 in the second half. And now underneath, the ball is partially blocked, but Urbandale retains possession as it got loose. 10 on the shot clock, and now stolen away by Maddie Rice. To Ellie Muller. Ellie all the way down, coast to coast. Little scoop shot up, no good, and draws the foul. Ella Schott, I believe, will be called for the foul, says Jason Alonz. And on Schott, that'll be her first foul, and that is the first team foul of the second half. That'll be on Urbandale with 4:13 to go here in the third quarter. 29-10 Dowling with the lead. Ellie Muller at the free throw line. Free throw no good. Tonight's game on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, Construction Professionals, and Iowa Wealth Management. And when you patronize our supporters and sponsors, let them know what a great job Mike Burkert did, because he does. Without him, this broadcast would be nothing. Second free throw good by Ellie Muller, and I appreciate that, Mike. You being alongside when you're not. I'm waiting for you to get to the airport. Said, Mark, I'm at the airport and I'm headed to Florida. But you haven't done it yet.
Not yet.
That means I got to go to the bullpen. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
I got a left-hander and a right-hander warming up, and I'm not sure which one I'd call, but whoever says yes, I suppose, if that happens. That's Waddle underneath, shoots and scores with the left hand. She did a nice job in the lane. Spun over to her left and shot it with the left hand. I know she's a right-handed shooter, so nice job, Waddle with 6 points. Nice move.
That was a nice move she made.
30-12 Dowling. Maddie Rice underneath the Meredith. Olivia now has the ball tipped out of bounds. I think Olivia had a shot and didn't know it, and she decided to try to find Katie Muller for an open three. And
I might have even shot that one.
Yeah, Elise Pins deflected it. So if you're not going to shoot it, I'm going to deflect it. Dowling with the ball out of bounds with 15 on the shot clock. Here's Katie Muller. Pull-up jumper, right elbow, no good. Rebound Urbandale. Water with the rebound. Outlet pass to Pins. Jayhawks in the front court as they go towards the north basket here in the second half at the Urbandale gym, right in front of their bench to our right. Now whistling a foul on Dowling, says TJ Augustine. That is, I almost need binoculars to see what is over there. That's a long way away. That's the furthest place you can call a foul.
It is.
And that foul's on Olivia Meredith, her first.
We need to have spotters.
Yeah. They do in football. Well, at least the PA guy does, you know. Andy and, I haven't seen all those guys. And there's a shot in the lane by Schumann. It's blocked away by Ellie Muller as they get a brand new shot clock, so not in a shot clock violation. 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Dowling 30, Urbandale 12 here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Girls game here as the boys game to follow. Dowling girls dropped to number 3 following the loss Tuesday night to Waukee Northwest. And now with the basketball, Macy Moore dribbles it out of bounds. The ball got deflected. Nice job by the Maroons. They deflected and it went off her hands, so it'll be a turnover against the Jayhawks. And Urbandale a little full court pressure here, Mr. Coach Burkert.
Yeah. Let's see how they try to break this. They're kind of looking around at each other here.
Well, they took Schumann out, starting center. So they're going to get a little bit more speed on the floor as they bring in Macy Moore. So basically a 5-guard offense. Here's a corner three, no good by Tess Carmichael. Rebound Ellie Muller. And basically it's a 5-guard offense. Ella Schott is probably the tallest player out there. She plays guard, but at 5'11", she's guarding Ellie Muller. Meredith with an offensive rebound off a Dowling missed shot. Here's Katie Muller. Dribble drives towards the basket. Layup good from the left side off the glass. Katie Muller with her 7th point. And the Maroons lead at 32-12. It's Dowling's largest lead of 20 points with 2:05 left to go, third quarter. Urbandale with the basketball. Underneath Waddle, her shot partially blocked by Katie Muller, and Muller will track down the rebound. They lob it into her sister Ellie, and her shot up, good. She couldn't use the glass, and she was almost too far underneath. That's a pretty good athletic move by Ellie Muller. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not exactly where Coach Danner wants her to post up at. She was about in that, you said the south parking lot, just about.
That's about right. Halfway to and that's a long three, up and good. Now Dowling the other way, and a three-pointer no good by Nikki Muller. Rebound, Urbandale, 34-15's our score. Dowling with the lead. Minute 15 to play, third quarter. Dowling led 25-10 at halftime and led 13-4 at the end of the first quarter. And Maroons outscore Urbandale 12-6 in that second quarter. As we have a minute to play now here in the third. Down the lane, and shot for the left hand, good. Ava Waddle switched hands and scores. She has 8 points. 34-17. Maroons with the lead. Little token pressure in the backcourt, and Nikki Muller dribbles across the timeline. Guarded by Riley Pruitt. Now they swing it over to Tess Carmichael. Underneath to Ellie Muller. Puts up a shot up and no good. Gets her own rebound and draws the foul.
It's a nice entry pass there, I think by Tess Carmichael there.
Macy Moore picks up the foul, her first. Team foul number 2 on the Jayhawks, and Ellie Muller to the free throw line where she is 1 for 2 tonight. First free throw no good. Ellie, a 67% free throw shooter coming in. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision Clinic. Our thanks to the Catholic Tuition Organization and Fast Signs in Clive. Also, Skeffington's Formal Wear. Second free throw by Ellie Muller, good. So she's 2 for 4 at the line, has 9 points. 10 points, excuse me. And Dowling with a 35-17 lead. And underneath, a shot up and good. Nice strong move that time by Ava Waddle. They're going to count the basket and a foul on Dowling. And Nikki Muller will commit her first foul. And Waddle with her 10th point.
A nice power move. She took it right at her there inside.
She'll get a chance for the and one here. 60% free throw shooter and makes it. 11 points for Waddle. You hear that familiar voice you might see at Cyclone Stadium or Hilton Coliseum. The one and only Joe Hammond, who started here at Urbandale, got the Iowa State PA announcing job. He does a little volleyball up there, and he is the PA voice of the Iowa State Cyclones, but they brought him back tonight. I think it was because I was going to be here. That was it. That's what Joe told me before the...
I think so. I mean, you're the draw.
Yeah.
I'm looking
for the Urbandale people, sure, yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the Urbandale section across the way here, and it's almost full.
Yeah, it's full. There's a reason for that. Look over here. There's nobody around us. I mean, usually the middle school kids and elementary kids will invade us.
Too cold.
Ask Steve DeVenny about some of those episodes we had with the. But no, they're all over there because of Joe Hammond. Hammond's back, and you could hear his tones.
Well, you said they're out of school though, so they're probably.
They are. That's true. They are out of school. At semester break.
At home watching something on TV.
Nothing on tonight. It's all tomorrow. NFL games.
Oh, that's it. They're all watching the Packers game, right?
Yeah. I didn't mean to do that to Coach Einertson, but I know he's a Packers guy. All right, Dowling with the ball. Maddie Rice for 3. Good from the top of the key, and there's about 3 passes there before she got it. Maddie with her second 3, and that'll end the third quarter of play. Maddie Rice with 6 points. Our score, Dowling Catholic 38. And the Urbandale Jayhawks 20, alongside Mike Burkert. Mark Amadeo will be back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute, along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Make Valentine's Day unforgettable with Bella Notte, a beautiful evening at the St. Luke's Green Gala, February 14th at the FFA Enrichment Center. Enjoy a family-style Italian dinner, live dessert auction, and silent auction, featuring live music by Nashville singer-songwriter Danica Ports. Cocktail hour begins at 5 p.m. Bella Notte, a beautiful evening, Saturday, February 14th at the FFA Enrichment Center in Ankeny, supporting St. Luke the Evangelist School. To get your tickets, visit slte.org.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Ron Meyer from Blessed to Play. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
South Gyms is called here at Urbandale High School. Mark Amadale, Mike Burkert up here in the euchre seats, high above the second level, back row. That's where everything plugs in at. So we're here, and we go to the fourth quarter. Dowling leading 38-20 over the Urbandale Jayhawks in this girls contest. As the third-ranked Maroons having their way with the Jayhawks, and they work underneath Ellie Moeller in Dowling's first possession, and she shoots some scores. Ellie with her 12th point unofficially. Dowling 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Urbandale 2 for 2 at the free throw line. We'll get the Mike Burkert third quarter stats here in 1 minute. Now here's a steal by the Maroons, up 20, 40-20 following that basket by Ellie Moeller. Now they get it inside. Here's Sears with it inside to Moeller. Turns in the lanes, layup good. Double teamed and all. Ellie Moeller with her 14th point.
Yeah, third quarter mark. Dowling was 5 out of 14, 36%. They were 4 of 7 from the 2-point, 1 of 7 from 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and they had no turnovers that quarter. Urbandale was 4 out of 10 for 40%, 3 of 8 from 2, 1 of 2 from the 2-point range, and they had 4 turnovers that quarter.
Now a long three, up and good by Adrian Sears after a block shot by Katie Moeller caused the turnover. And Sears now with her 13th made three of the year. She has 9 points tonight, 45-20 Dowling. Urbandale the other way, a long three, good by Ava Waddle. That's her 20th made three of the year. And she has 14 points. And a timeout on the floor.
Full timeout.
And it's got to be a full because that's all that's left. Our score, Dowling 45, Urbandale 23. We'll take a 1 minute break with 6:34 left to go. Fourth quarter in this girls contest from the Urbandale Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Married couples, I have good news for you. There are no such things as marriage problems. I am Father Thomas J. Loya with the Theology of the Body Moment for the Tabor Life Institute. There are no marriage problems. There are only problems in knowing and living the theology of the body, which answers the question, why are we a man and why are we a woman? When we know this, we come to know our legitimate needs as man or woman, and marriage is all about meeting these legitimate needs. Remaining unaware of these needs is what begins the process of exchanging hurts, leading to strained relationship. A woman's greatest need is to be relationally fulfilled by knowing her husband is emotionally present to her. A man's greatest need is to know that his wife believes in him, that he is more than adequate, and that he has what it takes to be a man. Our legitimate needs as man and woman are revealed in the very language of our gendered bodies. To find out more about the theology of the body, visit taborlife.org. taborlife.org.
We broke the Journey album
there
out.
You go.
All right, Dowling 45, Urbandale 23. Urbandale turns the ball over. Dowling has it in the front court following the timeout. Mark Amadale, Mike Burkert. Matt Wilkins spinning the music on a Friday night as Dowling with the ball. The Dowling girls, a three-pointer by Katie Moeller, no good. Offensive rebound to Maddie Rice. Over to Sears, back to Rice. As it's the two Moeller sisters on the floor now with Maddie Rice and Molly Austin out there, number 15. And Adrian Sears. Now they work the ball inside. Here's Austin, corner three right in front of us, no good. And the rebound, Katie Moeller. Dowling gets a brand new shot clock. 5.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Maroons up 45-23. here in the CIML battle. Second time these two teams have played this year in the conference. Corner three no good by Maddie Rice, and she can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Dowling. Just a long possession for the Maroons, and now they're going to whistle a foul on Urbandale, and Maddie Rice will go to the line. That's quite the possession there. Maroons have, 3 offensive rebounds in it, Mike?
Yeah, I had 4 shots, 4 offensive rebounds, actually.
Okay. Pins picks up the foul, her second for Urbandale, and there'll be a non-shooting foul. The first foul of the fourth quarter for either team. We got Ellie Muller back in, so Ellie has it, gets to Maddie Rice, dribble drives, has her shot blocked from behind by Macy Moore. Now they get it to Katie Muller, and the ball slapped away off Urbandale as Katie couldn't handle the pass, but she found a way to get it and deflect it off Pins' shin.
Padding those offensive rebound stats.
I would say so.
5 shots, 5 offensive rebounds. I'm not sure which is what you want. I think you'd want to be 5 for 5 shooting, though, but that's just me.
Turns inbound the ball, and they throw it away.
They throw it away after all that.
Well, it's loose on the floor. Now Dowling tried to tie it up, and they couldn't. Urbandale comes away with it. And now underneath to Hagan, who's in there. Natalie Hagan, the 5'6" freshman, back in and get it all the way down, and she has the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Urbandale basketball with 26 on the shot clock as Austin takes a seat on the bench. Molly Austin, the 5'8" sophomore. Olivia Meredith in there. So it'll be Meredith, Katie Muller, Adrian Sears, Ellie Muller, and Maddie Rice, the 5 on the floor for Dowling with 4:45 to play in the fourth. Urbandale with the basketball. Picking up her dribble is Warrior. Can't get the shot off over Ellie Muller, and she'll kick it back out. Aubrey Schumann back in. Has it. Now back to Warrior. Warrior underneath. And they get it to Schumann. 5 on the shot clock. Corner 3 up. No good. And rebound Dowling and Ellie Muller. Wasn't a shot clock violation, but it might not have been the shot they wanted. Now Dowling with the ball. Corner 3 no good by Maddie Rice. Loose ball foul on Dowling. And they're going to get Olivia Meredith with her second foul here, Mike.
It was close. It was down to about 4 seconds on the shot clock. This is one of those games that's not going to be an instant classic on ESPN. But Dowling's defense has stepped up and held Urbandale to 23 points with 4 minutes to go. So that's been the savior.
There's a corner, or a bank 3 up and good by Ava Warrior. They're going to count it, and a foul on Dowling. Warrior with her 17th point. 3-pointer's good. Ellie Muller will pick up her second foul, and an and 1 for Ava Warrior. Comes in averaging 12.5 points. She's got 17 tonight with the and 1 here. Oh, check that. They're going to say it was after the shot, so the 3-point basket stays, and there'll be no free throw. It'll be a possession for Urbandale.
It's better for them.
Yes, it is. 45-26 Dowling. 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Joey Aguirre doing a great job getting this Urbandale program going. Got their first win in the conference not too many games ago as they knocked off Southeast Polk to break that illustrious streak of 62 games that they lost in the conference over dating back to 2020. Now Jayhawks had the ball knocked out of bounds, so they can't take advantage of the 3-point basket. They get another shot, almost a 6-point possession, but it wasn't. Dowling with the ball. Katie Muller with it, and she draws the foul. Beyond Natalie Hagan, her first. Hagan, the 5'6" freshman. Dowling basketball. Second team foul on Urbandale. 2 on Dowling here in the fourth quarter. As Genevieve DeWitt checks into the lineup for Urbandale, the 5'7" freshman. And she'll replace the other freshman, Natalie Hagan. Jayhawks with the Dowling with the basketball. Underneath they find Sears. And now she's double team on the left block and gets it away, gets to Maddie Rice, and a 3-second call on Dowling. Maroons couldn't get out of the lane. With 3:16 to go, Maroons lead at 45-26 here in the fourth quarter, Mike.
Yeah, Adrian, she made a nice drive in there, but the Urbandale player came over, cut her off, and then they double teamed, and she had nowhere to go. By the time she got the ball out, she was in there for maybe more than 3 seconds.
All right, Urbandale with it. Water underneath. Her shot too strong off the glass, no good. Yeah, it's kind of altered that time by Ellie Muller, and we've got a stoppage of play. And Jason Alon says Elise Pins she's got a wrap on. I don't know if it's hanging or something's going on with it, but she's going to check out of the ball game, and Riley Pruitt will check in.
I think she took a shot to
point down to her leg. And
maybe some blood.
Oh, okay. Under 3 minutes to play, Dowling basketball. Here's Sears in the front court, running the point for the Maroons.
We'll send our sideline reporter down there to see what's going on.
They only work in the fall.
Oh.
Now we got an illegal screen on Meredith. Olivia picks up her third foul.
State worker, huh?
Yeah. Seasonal worker.
Seasonal worker, there you go. Okay.
They've done Brian Morris, Johnny Chido, Taylor Bennett did a great job on the Dowling sidelines. What a year it was. 13 football games. Wow. And that means you're playing in the state title, and they did. And they had quite the year. It was a lot of fun. Now we're underneath, and a shot up and good by Waddle. What a night she's had. Just scored her 19th point and drew the foul. Going to whistle the foul on Tess Carmichael, her first. And Waddle to the free throw line has 19 points and a chance for 20.
Guess that makes me a seasonal worker too then, doesn't it?
Yeah, winner.
Winter season.
Free throw no good. Rebound Dowling and Nikki Moeller. Outlet pass goes to Austin. Layup good. Nice job, Molly Austin. She's got 5 points tonight off the bench.
That's a career night for her. I know that she had not scored until a couple games ago.
47-28 Dowling with 2:15 to go here in this girls contest. Waddle underneath. Shot off the glass good right over Meredith. 21 points for Ava Waddle. What a night she's had. Came in averaging 12 points and 7.5 rebounds, which lead this Urbandale team. Here's Tess Carmichael with it. Tries to get it back to Sears. Stolen away by Urbandale. Riley Pruitt with the steal. Riley in the front court. A minute 55 to go. Boys game to follow on Iowa Catholic Radio. Number 9 Urbandale, number 3 Dowling. And now Ella Schott with the basketball. Her shot no good. Rebound Dowling and Austin. Outlet pass goes to Nikki Mueller with a minute 40 to play. In the corner to Tess Carmichael, right wing. Tess dribbles in the lane, kicks it over to Sears for 3. Up good! Catch and shoot, Adrian Sears. Nice job by the freshman. She's got 11 points, 5 in the second half. And it's 50-30, Dowling by 20.
When she gets set and gets her feet set and her hands ready, she's a really good three-point shooter.
No question about it, and she did. And quick timeout by Dowling to get a sub in, so minute 15 to go. As into the Dowling lineup is Kate Clendenin. We got a whistle and a foul on Meredith, and Olivia picked up foul number 4. So she's either going to end the night with the horn sounding with no time left, or she's going to, the last minute 15, she may not end. She's got 4 fouls.
I think they're going to take her out before she gets that 5th foul here. We'll see.
Water at the free throw line. First one's good. She has 22 points tonight. Water 2 out of 3. No, they didn't. Carmichael and Nikki Mueller come out, Mike.
Just going to see if she can play with 4 fouls, I guess.
That's a challenge.
Good job, Coach.
Yeah. Lauren Timmer in the lineup for Urbandale, 5'6" sophomore, wearing number 35. Checking in. Both teams trying to get players in, and Waddier's free throw good. 23 points for Waddier. And that'll end her night. They'll take her out. 50-32 Dowling. Clendenin at half court. And both teams now go to their bench, and we got to get the roster out. There's Gwen Holton in there, number 13 for the Maroons. They get it to Olivia Meredith. Now a backdoor cut by Clendenin, and she's tied up in the lane. Now a corner 3 up and no good by Gwen Holton. Offensive rebound Meredith. Olivia shot off the glass too strong, left it short rather, and out of bounds to Urbandale with 44 seconds to play. So this is a night where you might thought, it's Dowling and Urbandale. Maroons have won 31 in a row. Running clock in a lot of them. Not tonight. So maybe that page is getting turned in the Urbandale program. They're getting a little bit more aggressive, getting a little bit more seasoned. A lot of youth on this squad. They dress 5 freshmen, 1 sophomore, 2 juniors, and 6 seniors. Never know, Mike, that page might get turned. And I want it back to the days of Mark Tybee when he was here. They were pretty hard-nosed kids here.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Here's Urbandale with the ball. A shot by Timmer is no good from the right elbow. Rebound Dowling. 15 seconds remaining. And the Maroons now in the front court. Dribbling baseline is Molly Austin. Layup off the glass. Good. Nice job by Molly. And she has 7 points. 52-32, Dowling by 20. Urbandale the other way, and a shot at the horn by DeWitt is no good. And our final, Dowling 52, Urbandale 32 in game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader. Dowling girls rebound from a loss to Waukee Northwest on Tuesday night, and they improve their record now to 12-2. Urbandale Jayhawks fall to 2-11, and the Maroons now have won 32 in a row over Urbandale in this girls matchup. We're going to take a 2-minute break with our studio producer tonight, Matt Wilkham. Take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with our post-game show of the girls contest. Our final, once again, Dowling girls defeat Urbandale 52-32. We'll be back after a 2-minute break along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Programming supported in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951 with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, online at skeffingtons.com. Thank you, Skeffington's Formal Wear, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
This is Franciscan Media's Saint of the Day for January 16th. Today we celebrate Saint Berard and companions. Countless holy men and women have been gifted with a missionary spirit, so strong that they leave behind their homeland and begin a new life serving people whose language and culture are unfamiliar. In the process, some of these holy men and women pay the ultimate price, martyrdom. Today we honor several such people, the first Franciscan martyrs. In 1219, with the blessing of St. Francis of Assisi, several Franciscans left Italy to preach in Morocco. Leading the group was a young follower of Francis named Berard. He and his companions tried preaching in Seville, then under Muslim control, but made no converts. They next went to Morocco, where they preached in the marketplace. The Franciscan friars were immediately apprehended and ordered to leave the country. They refused. When they began preaching again, the local leader ordered them executed. After refusing to renounce their faith, they were beheaded on January 16, 1220. Their relics were brought to Portugal, where a young man named Anthony of Padua was moved by the strength of their faith. Berard and his 4 companions, Peter, Ajute, Akers, and Odo, were canonized in 1481. There's more about the saints along with inspiration and Catholic resources at our website, saintoftheday.org. From Franciscan Media, this has been Saint of the Day.
And we're back here at the Urbandale Gym. Game 1 of our girl-boy doubleheader is in the books, and Dowling girls defeated Urbandale 52-32. Alongside Mike Burkert, Mark Amadeo, our studio producer is Matt Wilkham. Doing double duty today, fresh off the morning show this morning from 7 to 8. You can hear that on Iowa Catholic Radio mornings, Monday through Friday. Bo Bonner, Matt Wilkham, and company. And doing double duty tonight as we're still totaling up our statistics. I think we're just about done, at least I am, as Dowling had a lot of people in the books in this contest, as Maroons went unofficially 5 of 8 from the free throw line, didn't attempt a free throw in the fourth quarter. And Dowling was led in scoring by Ellie Muller with 14 points. She had 10 of those 14 points in the second half. She was followed by Adrienne Sears with 11 points, 7 points for Molly Austin off the bench, 7 points for Katie Muller, 6 points for Nikki Muller. And then rounding out scoring, let's see. Kate Clendenin, Olivia Meredith, along with Gwen Holton, and Tess Carmichael got in the ball game but did not score. So those are the scoring numbers for Dowling. For Urbandale, they were led by Ava Waddle. She was a floor leader tonight. She had 23 points. 19 of those 23 came in the second half. So congratulations to Ava Waddle with 23 points. Aubrey Schumann with 4 points and 2 points for Elise Pins, as the Jayhawks unofficially went 4 of 5. Mike Burkert, you got to look at some of the unofficial stats tonight and go ahead and read those.
Sure. Overall for the game, Dowling was 20 out of 57 for 35%. They were 13 of 28 from the 2-point range and 7 of 29 from the 3. They were, like Mark said, they were 5 of 8 from the free throw line, which is 63%. And overall, they had 8 turnovers. They had 4 in the first half, 4 in the second half. For Urbandale, for the game, they were 12 out of 41, which is 29%. They were 9 of 31 from the 2-point range and 3 of 10 from the 3. They were 5 of 6 free throws for 83%, and they had 18 turnovers. I think overall, Dowling needs to. They played pretty good defense and forced Urbandale into making some tough shots. For Dowling to be ready to play Valley on Tuesday, they're going to need to shoot the basketball a lot better.
Yeah, you could just tell it was kind of like the lull between the coming off the Waukee Northwest loss for the Dowling girls. Had Urbandale, yes, they're on your schedule. You got to get through them, and yeah, you've won 31 in a row, now 32 games in a row. But you can't look too far, forward. But up next for Dowling, as you mentioned, 4th-ranked Valley at the Valley Gym. Dowling handled them very well in the first meeting, but the second one is on the horizon. And now you can put your energy after tonight. And it probably wasn't their best performance. Defensively, okay, but offensively, a lot of missed shots. You mentioned the turnovers too, Mike.
Yeah, overall, 8 turnovers is not bad. That's significantly less than what they've been used to.
Used to 14.
Yeah, so that's good. I think that I don't think they're concerned about their shooting, but I think that they'd like to see their shooters hit a higher percentage, although they're getting good shots. They're getting nice shots, and they're going to fall. They are a good shooting team. They've showed that in the past, and I think it's just relaxing a little bit. I think they might be pressing a little bit because they didn't shoot well against Northwest. They came out thinking, I got to hit these shots, and I think it's just they got 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, before they play over at Valley.
Right.
It's a different background at Valley because it's not like the walls are behind you got bleachers behind each of the.
You're in a field house.
Yeah, field house.
You're in a field house.
So that's a little different look. Although in some of the games that they've had that type of atmosphere, they've shot fairly well in so far this year. So
we didn't talk. I want to get this in before we go to break, and we'll take a 1-minute break here when we get done because we got to pregame the boys contest. But new rankings came out on Wednesday. Johnson ranked number 1. Waukee Northwest moves up to number 2. We kind of mentioned that tonight. Dowling falls from number 2 to number 3. Valley is 4th. Ankeny 5th, followed by Cedar Falls, Iowa City West, Iowa City High, Cedar Rapids, Washington, and Iowa City Liberty, 6 through 10. And then 11 through 15, it's Sioux City East, Bettendorf, Cedar Rapids, Kennedy, Ankeny Centennial back in the top 15 at number 14, and Indianola at number 15. And up next for Dowling, they travel to Valley on Tuesday night. That'll be the final of this 6-game radio road trip that we've been on. And then the Maroons return home 1 week from tonight, Dowling hosting Ankeny Centennial in a girl-boy doubleheader. So it's Valley and Centennial next week. And Mike, we'll see you courtside at the Valley Fieldhouse Tuesday night. Until then, have a tremendous Martin Luther King holiday. Oh, wait a minute. You're retired, so every day that ends in a Y is a holiday for you. But enjoy the extended holiday that we all get Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with Martin Luther King Day celebrated on Monday.
You'll get a taste of my life on Monday.
Yes, I will. Monday without going to work.
There you go.
Remembering a good man, Martin Luther King Jr. Yeah. All right, Mike, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark.
We will talk to you Tuesday.
Sounds good. Thanks, Mark.
Mike Burkert, my broadcast partner for Game 1. Yes, my broadcast partner for Game 2 is here, and that is Jimmy Cataldo. We'll take a 1-minute break and return to the Urbandale Gym. The final score in Game 1 of our contest, Dowling girls defeat Urbandale 52-32. Dowling girls now 12-2 overall. Urbandale falls to 2-11, and we come back. We'll preview the boys' game here on Iowa Catholic Radio. We'll be back in 1 minute here at the Urbandale Gym.